So how to build confidence? This is the thing. There's four basic schools of thought, and I've read through them here. And I mean, I don't know if you need to make it this complex because the overall or the overarching thing about confidence is that you don't need to overthink it. You really don't. And this is the thing is that you get the analysis by paralysis. It's just not something that needs to be overthought. And this happens in today's day and age all the time. Where people think the shit out of things and they just get their knickers in a twist. So I'm going to skip the whole there's four school of thoughts thing because I just think it's complexity for the sake of it. If you don't feel confident, it's because you have a thought that you're not confident. So let's change the thought. Here's my first step. If you have a thought that you're not confident, it's probably because you've mistakenly put that thought in your mind that you don't think that you're confident. Maybe you've had an experience, maybe something's happened, maybe you've faced rejection, maybe you've had a setback, whatever that is. And I'd like you to just put that across to the side. And what I would like you to change the thought to is, what have you done well? So that as much as you might have had setbacks and all that sort of stuff, and we'll just leave that over there, what have you done well in life? Like, let's get a list of the things that you've done well. So all these things that you've done, all these things that you've improved, all these, little hobbies, little traits, things that you've picked up. There's a list as long as your arm of the things that you've been good at. So you've developed skills. So you have every business being confident in yourself. Because at some point in your life, you have displayed improvement. You've learned skills, you've learned to do new things, you've learned to take on new tasks. So give yourself a bit of credit and change the thought to, well, if I have done well before, let me go and learn something new. And don't worry about rejection. Don't worry about failure. It's part of the process. If you didn't fail at things, then you would have no reference if you were good or not. The thing that failure and resistance gives you is it gives you a bar. It says, here's the level that you want to get to. And if you're falling short of it, then it shows you where you're at and where you want to be. And you can work and chip away and chip away and chip away to get there. And you've done that many, many times before. So don't stop telling yourself that you're not confident. Switch it round and go, I've done things like this before. I have improved before. And how can I do this? Ask yourself that question. How can I get better at this? What would me being better at this look like? How would I be able to develop that skill now? And if I felt good about reaching that new level, what would I feel like? They're great questions. And with great questions come great answers. So switch the thought pattern in your mind. That's really the first thing that you want to do. The second thing is, I'm big on this, which is you want to create an image of what it's like when you get there. So whatever the task that you're wanting to get better at, say that you want to improve your job, improve your finances, you want to get in a great relationship, you want a beautiful, partner, you want to have an amazing life, you want a fast car, whatever it may be, pick whatever you like, you choose. But you're here in life at a position and you want to get to a new position. So what you want to do is you want to imagine that if you put in the work and you did what it takes to get there, what would it be like when you get there? So let's imagine it's a new car, right? So we've all been in cars, and imagine you've got this amazing car and you imagine that you're there, you've got it. Imagine what it's like. How does the handle feel in your hand? What colours the bodywork? How does the door sound when you open it? When you jump inside the car, what does the leather smell like? And as you wrap your hands around the steering wheel, how does it feel? And if you have looked at pictures of the inside of this car, where's all the little buttons? Where's all the switches? Is it a touch screen? Is it old school dials? What colour's the interior? What does it look like inside? Grab the ignition key and turn it. How does the engine sound? What does it feel? What kind of emotions does that stir inside you? And this is the thing is what we've done there is we've created a vision of what it'd be like when you do the hard work where you're at now and you put in the hard work to get where you want to be. What will it be like then? And does that feel good? Do you like the idea of it? And would you like to be that version of yourself that has that in your life? Well, go for it. Go for it and visualize what it's like when it's there, because what this does is you are here and you want to get there. And getting there is going to take hard work. And you're going to face ups and downs and resistance and your inner bitch and lots of things. And you've got to put in the long hours and you've got to put in the work. But when you get there, it's got a result. And when you know that result, oh my, it's going to feel good. And if you concentrate on how good it feels to get that result, you can get over all the obstacles of what it's going to take to get there. And you can feel good about that. And that can be relationships, businesses, sporting events, whatever it may be, you can get there. So the advantage of getting there is you are going to get an outcome, you're going to get a result. So do the work where you imagine what it will be like, and you can create that feeling, and you know what it will feel like, and you know how good you will feel. And that'll lead you forward. That'll develop drive and determination and give you that feeling that you know that it's going to be worth pushing through. So that's a positive way of doing it. That's a positive way of getting yourself mentally, using your imagination to take you forward in time. Just the same way as if you remember a memory. If you take a memory and you remember back to a great time, and you have, you're like, oh, back in the day, the music was amazing, and I had goosebumps in my arm, I had that thrill, and it was just the best time. It was amazing. You're reliving something then. You're at this point in time, you're not there, but you are using your mind to go back there. Use that same power of that mind to go forward in time and imagine what it'd be like if you were in this brilliant place that you want to aim for and to work hard to get to. And that will develop you building the steps to get there. And as you develop the steps to get there, you will build confidence, because as you lean into the resistance and get more comfortable being uncomfortable, you build confidence. So that's an easy one to start to apply. And all it takes is the power of your mind. It's not going to cost you a penny. The car might, so factor that in. But the cost to actually do it won't cost you anything.